Silverado ever. See your Bay Area Chevy dealers today.
The Honest Diapers and Wipes bundle was made to give you peace of mind and one less thing to do. Good for the planet, good for your baby, and good for you to mix and match sizes in the coolest seasonal prints. Their hypoallergenic wipes are made with over 99% water and 100% plant-based cloths for all life's messes. Plus, you save 20% with every bundle and get 15% off diaper duty extras and clean products for the whole fam. Check out the Honest Diapers and Wipes bundle at honest.com and use code RADIO to save 30% off your first month's subscription.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Are you tired of being tracked online? There's a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Kim Vestal is waiting for us in your local Honda dealers traffic center. Where to start, Kim?
We must return to the Bay Bridge. Heavily traveled still in both directions tonight. I sort of figured the upper deck would ease up once the watch party got going at Chase Center. Clearly, a lot of cars still streaming into San Francisco. We've got a lot of brake lights from before the island, and they activated the metering lights, so there's a backup there. Meanwhile, equally heavy both northbound 101 and eastbound 80 if you're headed to the lower deck of the Bay Bridge, then on and off the brakes almost all the way across the span. The East Shore Freeway is still kind of a grind. The lower East Shore, I should say, eastbound 80 between Emeryville and Albany. It was a crash a couple of hours ago in Albany near Buchanan. It tied things up. And long after, it's gone still really slow. I still see a few brake lights headed to the Caldecott Tunnel earlier, so we had a couple of stalls there in the eastbound direction. And now just some minor slowing on eastbound 24 and northbound 13 right before you get to the tunnel. Next update, 6:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Little mini heat wave coming. We're warming up tomorrow, and then things will get downright hot. Uncomfortable by Friday for any place away from the coast and bay. There will be a heat advisory in effect with upper 90s to about 103. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Hey, Mike, what are you doing way up on that ladder? You're going to hurt yourself.
Oh, I'm trying to unclog these gutters.
That's smart. I had water damage from my gutters last year. It cost me $10,000.
Wait, $10,000?
Yeah, and from over here, it looks like water's been pouring over your clogged gutters, and it's probably doing real damage to your foundation. You need to do what I did. Get off the ladder and call Leaf Filter.
Yeah, but I need to get these gutters flowing now.
That's why you need to call Leaf Filter. They'll clean and realign your gutters and install their exclusive micro mesh screen system so nothing gets in your gutters except water.
So Leaf Filter protects my house from damage and means no more gutter cleaning for me?
Bingo! Plus, Leaf Filter has an industry-leading lifetime warranty, so your gutters are covered for life.
Thanks, Frank. I'm calling Leaf Filter today.
Don't go another day with your home unprotected. Call 1-844-300-LEAF or go to tryleaffilter.com for your free gutter inspection. Call 1-844-300-LEAF or go to tryleaffilter.com right now for an extra 15% savings. Call 1-844-300-LEAF or go to tryleaffilter.com. That's 1-844-300-LEAF.
News that matters to you around the Bay, around the world, around the clock. All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. It's Wednesday, June 8th, 2022. Coming up on KCBS, what went wrong with California's tough-on-crime candidates yesterday?
A heat wave coming to the Bay, and it is stoking fire concerns.
And new consequences coming to people price gouging formula. Good evening, I'm Patty Rising.
I'm Jeff Bell.
KCBS News Time, 6:31.
Those looking to take advantage of the baby formula shortage will soon face increasing penalties. As KCBS's Kathy Novak reports, a new executive order means that sellers who are found to be excessively hiking the price of formula could face fines and jail time.
Panicked parents have been turning to lactation consultant Sheila Dukas-Janikos for help, telling her they can't find their usual formula, and when they can, it's costing a fortune.
Especially when they're sourcing it locally and on the internet. Sometimes they're paying 3-4 times what they were paying before.
Governor Gavin Newsom has issued an executive order that prohibits raising the price of baby formula by more than 10% of what it was in February.
This is a public health emergency, and I'm really glad the governor stepped in because we're talking about food, our sustenance for our little ones, and we can't mess around with that. And people will take advantage of situations because there's money to be made.
Victims of price gouging are being told to file a complaint online with the Attorney General's office, and there's more information for people struggling to find formula at healthychildren.org. Kathy Novak, KCBS.
Police in San Jose say they've made an arrest in connection with a fatal shooting that has marked the city's 11th homicide this year. Police last month responded to reports of a shooting near the Rancho del Pueblo golf course on South King Road. Upon arrival, they found a man who was later pronounced dead at the scene. San Jose's total homicides for the year now stand at 14, with 2 more reported this past weekend.
Bay Area firefighters are once again asking us all to exercise caution as temperatures are expected to creep up to the 100-degree mark by the end of the week. KCBS's Jeffrey Schaub reports from the North Bay, where fire engines and crews will be on alert.
That's the sound of an urban wildland fire truck in the North Bay. Its crew on training maneuvers on narrow roads amid dense vegetation, at the ready if fire should strike.
It would not surprise me if we start getting some fire activity this week.
Paul Lowenthal is Division Chief Fire Marshal with the Santa Rosa Fire Department. He says the benefit of last week's rainfall is lost.
It is drying out our fuels. In fact, a lot of the seasonal grasses that were pretty saturated over the weekend have dried right back to where they were before the rain.
Even so, Lowenthal says there are no forecasted high winds, so the threat of fast-spreading wildfire is lessened. Marin County Fire Department Chief Jason Weber says be prepared.
Defensible space is your key to success when it comes to fire season. So creating that defensible space around your house, having a plan, a go bag ready if evacuations are needed.
The National Weather Service says temperatures should start to cool down Saturday. In the North Bay, Jeffrey Schaub, KCBS.
We are long past the early days of the pandemic when appointments for COVID tests were increasingly difficult to get. We now have an ample supply of at-home kits and many opt to test at home. However, as we hear from KCBS's Melissa Colross, it's important to make sure we're using those home tests correctly.
It seems simple enough, swabbing our noses to see if we have COVID. But as with anything, we need to read the instructions and precautions that come with home tests to make sure we're not misusing or mishandling them.
It's important to pay attention to the timing. It's important not to let the test freeze and thaw or get too hot, because there's delicate biological reagents in them.
Speaking on KCBS's Ask an Expert segment, Yale Professor of Laboratory Medicine Dr. Sheldon Campbell notes that even though tests are plentiful these days and we can get them for free from the government, not everyone has equal access. So it may be important for some of us to prioritize how or when we use them.
If it's a hardship to test routinely and regularly, pick your times carefully. If you're going to go visit your grandmother, who's 87 and not in great health, test before you go do something where you'll be exposed to a lot of people.
He adds that home tests aren't terribly sensitive, so it could take someone who has COVID a couple of days to test positive. Melissa Colross, KCBS.
KCBS News Time 6:35. We're about 3 minutes away from more KCBS traffic.
If you have a small business, Staples has your sign.
Banners for my bakery?
Staples has your sign.
Oh, posters for my new pet store.
Floor decals for pharmacy. Every day, Staples associates help every kind of small business create bold signs to make big impressions. And now get $10 off custom signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. This is your sign, so print it big at Staples. M72. Visit staplesconnect.com/thisisyoursign for details.
The smoke is back at Church's. Our $6 Smokehouse Chicken Meal is a juicy half chicken served with mashed potatoes and a honey butter biscuit. All that for just $6, but not for long. Church's, welcome to the great state of flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
Finally ready to entertain? Excited to have friends and family over for a barbecue? But worried your backyard isn't up to par? No problem. Call Mr. Pavers. Mr. Pavers can transform your backyard into your own personal paradise. Get outside. Enjoy the sunshine, fresh air, and nature in your own private sanctuary. From backyard patios, pool decks, outdoor kitchens, and driveways, Mr. Pavers can design and create your dream hardscape. And you'll be surprised how affordable it is without sacrificing quality. Mr. Pavers Pavers is diamond certified and an ICPI installer. Book a job before the end of the month, and you'll receive 20% off and free demolition. Call Mr. Pavers at 833-MR. Pavers. That's 833-MR. Pavers. Or go to MrPavers.com. Make your outdoor space as comfortable and stylish as your interior with Mr. Pavers. Call right now, 833-MR. Pavers. That's 833-MR. Pavers. Or go to MrPavers.com today. Get out of the house and enjoy all your beautiful outdoor living space has to offer with Mr. Pavers.
Introducing an all-new way to save with Xfinity. It's the 3-for-1 bundle. Get unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile, all for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. That is an unbelievable value. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included, with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. This is all for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rate. So why not go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1. Call 1-800-XFINITY, or you can visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer, restrictions apply, requires paperless billing and auto pay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices. It is in times like these that belonging to a credit union can make all the difference in the world. Meriwest Credit Union invites you to experience the Meriwest way. People helping people. Meriwest Credit Union, working for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
KCBS traffic at 38. We're off to Palo Alto as we check back with Kim and the KCBS traffic feed.
A new crash is slowing the ride on southbound 101. This update brought to you by Cars for Kids Real Estate. This one doesn't sound good. It's a car and a motorcycle just before San Antonio Road, slowing the ride into Mountain View, blocking at least the left lane. The rider appears to be hurt. So we'll keep a close watch on that one. Nearby, a second crash, earlier one, closer to Mountain View on southbound 101, just before Highway 85, is wrapping up on the right-hand shoulder. So the peninsula is still problematic. At least 101, 280 is fine. And in the South Bay, we had a backup behind a crash on southbound 85 right before Unlington Expressway. That one is clear, still slow in pockets, though, from the Highway 17 interchange. No longer any problems on Highway 17 into Santa Cruz Mountains, and your ride out of the Santa Clara Valley on southbound 101 past Bailey Avenue continues to improve. We did have a crash at Coyote Creek Golf Drive, and now traffic is just sailing along in the southbound direction. Cars for Kids now accepts real estate donations. They'll take over all expenses for your property. Best of all, they'll provide you with a tax deduction for the full appraised value. To donate, visit carsforkidsrealestate.org. Next update, 6:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
We've got a little mini heat wave, but it will be very short-lived. Temperatures peak on Friday, and Saturday they start to back off. And then on Sunday, inland highs, some places that would have been in the low 100s are going to drop back down into the 70s. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
We expect our information in real time. U.S. Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. U.S. Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 800-730-8405 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check. As easy as, that's 800-730-8405.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you, and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different? How? You sell high commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee, structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
The NBA Finals are here. Unlock every angle with coverage from the BetQL network. Get ahead of the game with early morning betting trends, game recaps, pick predictions, and more from the Daily Tip. Unlock the best bets for each game with BetQL Daily and You Better You Bet. And get live reactions to the biggest finals moments with BetMGM tonight. Listen on the Odyssey app or watch live and on demand on Twitch.
KCBS News Time 6:42 with more news. Here's Jeff.
Hey, we've been talking a lot today about the recall of San Francisco District Attorney Chesa Boudin, which was successful yesterday. Other so-called tough-on-crime candidates did not perform well in other races in California, though. But as KCBS's Mike DeWald reports, political observers say crime is still on the top of minds for voters.
Sacramento DA Anne Marie Schubert finished a distant fourth in her run for Attorney General, and LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva looks destined for a runoff. Both ran with strong, tough-on-crime messages. So what went wrong? Democratic strategist Stephen Mabiglio says don't be fooled. He argues these candidates had fatal flaws, that in general, the tough-on-crime candidates performed well statewide.
Here in Sacramento County, we had a very tough-on-crime district attorney beat a reformer by a substantial margin. We had the San Francisco results. Several other counties where their incumbent DAs were regarded as reformers, they had a tough time.
Mabiglio says independents didn't show up to the polls, which doomed Schubert's run, and Villanueva was dogged by a series of scandals. Sonoma State political scientist David McEwen says crime was just one factor in why San Francisco DA Chesa Boudin was recalled.
San Francisco was seen as a place that really lost its luster because of decisions that were attached to the DA.
With higher turnout, McEwen expects a greater focus on crime in the general election. Mike DeWald, KCBS.
We'll talk Warriors and Celtics in 1 minute.
Do you feel like you're making mistakes with your money? Secure your finances today with a certified financial planner from Facet Wealth. Your money goes further and works harder with the help of an expert. Financial planning used to focus on retirement, but Facet helps you with today. You get a dedicated financial planner, and they guide you through every financial decision. Inflation, interest rates, stock market changes, home prices. How do you figure it all out? Well, every advisor at Facet is a certified financial planner and fiduciary. That's just a fancy way to say they have the best training, and they're legally bound to do what's in your best interest. This isn't just about investments. It's about taking care of your money so you can start living a better life today. Facet has a simple flat fee. There's no hidden charges. And with nothing to sell, there are no commissions. Visit tryfacetwealth.com for 2 months free off your first year of financial planning. That's TRYFACET wealth.com. Facet Wealth is an SEC registered investment advisor. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor is it investment, legal, or tax advice.
A's fans, grab the crew and head to the Coliseum with friends and family. 4 tickets and parking starting at just $39 for the whole crew for Friday games all season. Pick from great matchups, post-game fireworks and drone shows, giveaways, and more. Tickets are available at athletics.com. That's athletics.com.
KCBS News Time 6:45.
And coming up on KCBS, we introduce you to this week's winner of the Jefferson Awards for Public Service.
Right now we're moving over to the Bay Area Chevy Dealers Sports Desk. Kevin Radich watching Game 3.
Yeah, Boston dominated play early on, got off to a 10-4 lead off the get-go, and Jaylen Brown had himself a great first quarter for the Celtics.
6 out of 24, Brown. Long three-pointer.
ESPN Brown with 17 in the quarter, 6 of 9 field, 3 for 4 from 3. The Celtics led 33-21 after 1, and they're up now 42-27 with 9:09 to go in the second. Klay Thompson has kept the Warriors in it. He has 10 points. By the way, Golden State shot 34% in that first quarter. Just 2 of 10 from 3. Big story from the NFL. Washington Commanders defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio complained on Twitter yesterday about the January 6th investigation and the hearings about to get underway, wondering why the riots in the summer of 2020 after George Floyd's murder weren't being investigated. Then he doubled down after Commander's practice today.
Why are we not looking into those things? I see the images on TV. People's livelihoods are being destroyed. Businesses are being burned down. No problem. And then we have a dust-up at the Capitol. There's nothing burned down. And we're not going to talk about it. We're going to make that a major deal.
Yes, we are. Del Rio later apologized on Twitter for calling the January 6th